Go yourself. You demonic f***ing scum. Fuck you, motherfucker. You deserve to feel the little licks of the flames of hell on every inch of your body.
Vile piece of human debris, Candace Owens has released a trailer for her new series attacking Erica Kirk, the widow of Charlie Kirk. Candace Owens is an evil, twisted human being.
There's virtually nothing that the feds are telling us about his murder that makes any objective sense. But if you're feeling weird about any of that, you're reminded constantly that she is a grieving widow.
Ben Shapiro and Dan Bongino are currently having one of the most shocking meltdowns in recent times. And it's all because Candace Owens raised serious questions about Erica Kirk. For years, Shapiro and Bongino built their reputations as truth-tellers and anti-establishment voices. But now, when someone publicly asks about the suspicious death of Charlie Kirk, they lose their composure. Bongino even called Candace demonic on his podcast and wished her harm, while Shapiro went on a wild rant, labeling her evil and twisted. The hypocrisy is obvious, especially since both remain completely silent on the Epstein case. Despite Charai pushing for full disclosure of files and revealing Epstein's connections to foreign intelligence. It's a clear double standard. When powerful figures are questioned, they attack, but when massive scandals like Epstein happen, they stay quiet. This behavior has left many questioning their credibility.
Epstein was not some sort of whiz-kid hedge fund manager. Epstein was playing a part. It's nothing new that if you're in the intel agencies, you want to try and get as much blackmail on powerful people as possible. The evidence that shows that Epstein was a creation of either Mossad, Israeli intelligence, American intelligence, Saudi intelligence.
And let's not forget Charlie's final interview with Ben Shapiro just 2 days before his assassination.
So, Ben, some people would accuse Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse. Is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel?
If they truly cared about Charlie's memory, why don't Erica, Ben Shapiro, and Dan Bongino discuss Epstein? Charlie would have wanted the truth shared. Yet they ignore his wishes. The reality is they aren't honest truth-tellers. They act as gatekeepers, afraid of what Candace Owens might reveal next.
And I've learned what's in that Talmud, and I encourage other people at home to learn what is in that Talmud so that you know what Ben thinks of you, because he doesn't just hate me, he hates you too, white men. He hates all black people.
Ben Shapiro is losing it over Candace Owens' new documentary about Erica Kirk, Charlie's wife. When the trailer dropped, he lashed out, calling her evil and twisted, even trying to get his followers to come after her online.
Vile piece of human debris, Candace Owens has released a trailer for her new series attacking Erica Kirk, the widow of Charlie Kirk. She has been suggesting for a while that TPUSA was complicit, if not in the murder of Charlie Kirk, then in the cover-up of the murder of Charlie Kirk. This is the stuff that Candace Owens has been doing. She's a conspiratorial, evil person, because that's who would do something like this. Where are Charlie's friends? When the signs are there for years on end, and people say nothing, and people continue to say nothing today, that's cowardice.
But Shapiro didn't stop there. He also accused Candace of making money from Charlie's death, and tried to claim Erica and Turning Point were the true victims.
And for all the people who are watching Candace stitch together a bunch of specious nonsense because they like the gossip of it, please have some more respect for yourself than that, because what she's doing is evil, and when you watch her show, she gets paid to do that evil. She is making money off the murder of Charlie Kirk by literally implicating his widow and everyone else at TPUSA in that murder, and then trying to dig up pseudo-dirt on the wife of the person who was murdered. I don't know what to call that other than evil trash. Candace Owens is an evil, twisted human being.
There's a lot to unpack when it comes to Ben Shapiro acting like he's the moral authority on Charlie Kirk's legacy. First, let's talk about the biggest contradiction. Shapiro has been presenting himself as Charlie's closest ally, the person who would protect his memory and reputation. But the truth is far from that. Candace Owens revealed text messages from Charlie that completely dismantle Shapiro's image. Charlie made it clear he didn't trust or like Shapiro. In one message, he told Candace that Shapiro would try to ruin both of their careers, and that they should treat him like background noise. He even said, his respect among movement fighters is quite low. Charlie didn't stop there. He compared Shapiro to a threat in Game of Thrones terms, warning Candace that Shapiro saw him as stronger than the dragons and was trying to erase both of them. Charlie even said that Shapiro was trying to control Candace, treating her as if she were his property. Now that Charlie has passed, Shapiro is using his death as a shield to attack Candace. But as Candace explained, Shapiro never genuinely cared about Charlie. He only viewed him as a tool to advance his own agenda. In reality, Shapiro reportedly dislikes anyone who isn't part of his inner circle, and his attacks on Candace show that clearly. His whole act as the guardian of Charlie's legacy is just that, an act. It's obvious from Charlie's own words that Shapiro's so-called respect for him was never real. He was never a friend. And now, pretending to defend Charlie's memory while attacking Candace only highlights his hypocrisy.
You're obnoxious. You have absolutely no values that exist outside of the Talmud. You describe yourself as a Talmudic Jew, and I've learned what's in that Talmud, and I encourage other people at home to learn what is in that Talmud so that you know what Ben thinks of you, because he doesn't just hate me, he hates you too, white men. He hates all black people, okay? If he's following the rules of the Talmud, I mean, when I say hates, they think that we're animals, that they have a right to own us, that they have a right to make us worship them, that they have a right to treat Charlie the way that he treated Charlie while he was alive, only to then try to defraud the population into thinking that he is somehow a part of his legacy.
Now let's talk about Dan Bongino. He called Candace evil just for asking questions about Erica Kirk, and even said she deserves to suffer in hell, showing complete hypocrisy and overreaction.
You go yourself, you demonic f***ing scum. This just can't be what this movement is. And if it is, I just don't want any part of it. Erica didn't choose this, man. And I'm sorry if the language distracts from you, but I can think of no other New York way to say it than fuck you, motherfucker. You deserve to feel the little licks of the flames of hell on every inch of your body. If there's an afterlife, oh, and I believe there is. I believe in the second creation. I don't pretend to be the judge and jury, but I know you're not in it.
But wait, where was Dan Bongino's anger about Epstein? Before his government job, he loudly demanded the files be made public, built his reputation on exposing secrets, promised immediate releases, and claimed he would reveal everything, yet now he stays silent.
Listen, that Jeffrey Epstein story is a big deal. Please do not let that story go. Keep your eye on this. There are a lot of people who are knee-deep in the Washington swamp who are not telling you the truth about serious allegations out there that Epstein may have had video and audio of people out there doing things they shouldn't have been doing. And you should be asking yourself the question, how is it that all these people, the CIA director, the Obama fixer, Bill Clinton, all intersected paths with Jeffrey Epstein? Jeffrey Epstein isn't with us anymore, and nobody seems to want to talk about it.
But then Bongino got the job. On March 17, 2025, he started as FBI Deputy Director. By his second day, internal emails show he was already receiving instructions on how to redact the Epstein files. Since then, Bongino has completely changed his stance on the entire Epstein scandal.
He killed himself. You want me to get... I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
So here's the thing. Bongino goes completely silent on the actual Epstein PDFs, redacts the files, and moves on like nothing happened. Yet, when Candace asks real questions about Charlie Kirk's assassination, suddenly she's called demonic. It's ridiculous, obvious, and shows exactly why Bongino's credibility has collapsed. Clearly, Candace got way too close to the truth. As soon as she announced her series Bride of Charlie, a bunch of influencers started using the exact same words to attack her. Evil, demonic, bowels of hell. It was so coordinated that people began asking if this was a planned smear campaign. Then a leaked email surfaced, claiming Turning Point USA was paying influencers to use these specific phrases. It looked like a carefully orchestrated messaging plan to make Candace look like a grifter profiting off tragedy. If Candace were really just a conspiracy theorist like Shapiro and Bongino claim, why go to such extreme lengths to discredit her? Watch Bride of Charlie, and you'll see she exposed so many inconsistencies in Erica Kirk's story, her family, and her public persona. Even former Turning Point staff are backing Candace, saying Erica punished anyone questioning the official story of Charlie's death. One former communications employee, Aubrey Leach, confirmed she was fired for doubting the narrative. Clearly, this isn't just gossip. Candace is exposing a controlled cover-up.
I was terminated from Turning Point because I am questioning the narrative of what happened to my role model and CEO Charlie Kirk on the day of his assassination.
They're calling Candace evil because they have no real argument left. The proof is out there and the timeline is clear. Keep asking the questions they avoid. If they fear a YouTube series, imagine the reaction when all the evidence comes out.